Hey, hey, hey.
Yes, people, we are back. Me, him, and football, the football podcast for
Couples, and it's episode 29.
episode 29. Yeah, we're rattling them away.
Come on. What we got coming up?
Right, we got a couple of game weeks to catch up on in the Premier League because we had it wasn't a double game week, but really quick back-to-back game weeks. We're gonna catch up as always with what you've missed in the world of football. We're gonna teach Linda about the League Cup.
Okay.
Because we've got the League Cup final coming up soon. So,
Okay.
we're gonna
That's
brush her up
interesting.
on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
No spotlighting though.
No spotlight in any
because
matches.
It's FA Cup.
No,
or
but
FA,
we will be quizzing her as usual.
Yes.
And even better, we got a couple lead the league. Right, the action doesn't stop in the Premier League. We are catching up on game weeks 28 and 29. Let's start with game week 28.
Okay.
Arsenal 2, Chelsea 1. It was a tale of three corners. All goals were scored from corners. And it sparked a lot of debate, actually, about the style of football being played in the Premier League and whether it's what we want to see.
Okay.
Even Brighton's manager is accused Arsenal of wasting time and, playing a type of football that he would never want his team to play.
Sounds like a hater to me.
Yeah. So after game week 28, 138 of the 783 goals this season
Set
had come
pieces?
from corners.
Corners.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's 17.6%, which is the highest percentage in a Premier League campaign. So that tells you how the game is being played
But
this
what's the
season.
problem? A goal is a goal. Like, just because you get a corner doesn't guarantee it's going to be a goal.
True indeed. But I think the problem is the type of football that's being played around it. A lot of people aren't finding it exciting, yeah. Elsewhere, that in game week 28, Man United beat Crystal Palace 2-1. So there was a controversial sending off for Palace's Maxence Lacroix. And he became only the second player since Michael Owen in 1998 to score both a goal and be sent off at Old Trafford. So we had a mixed balance, exactly. So Bruno Fernandes, he scored from the spot. And then Benjamin Sesko, once again, he got another winner with a bullet header, which was his second winner in a week because he got the winner against Everton in the previous game. So, yeah, he's flying, or he was flying. Burnley 3, Brentford 4. Relegation threatened Burnley. Brentford, who were chasing Europe, it seemed like it was going routine. Brentford went 3-0 up in the first half. We think it's going to be easy work. How many are they going to get?
Yeah.
Burnley get one just before half-time. Then they get two more in the second half to equalise. Burnley then thought they went 4-3 up, only to have the goal ruled out narrowly by VAR for offside. Brentford then went 4-3 up through Mikkel Damsgaard. Burnley then thought they had an equaliser in injury time to make it 4-4, and that goal was ruled out for handball. So that match was crazy, and unfortunately for Burnley, they ended up on the wrong side of it.
Yeah.
4-3 for Brentford. And the big win of game week 28, Wolves beat Aston Villa 2-0. João Gomez and Wolves are friends. They got their second win of the season, and Villa, they're beginning to fade badly now. But remember when Wolves were on course for the worst campaign ever?
Yeah.
That's no longer mathematically the case because that win put them on 13 points, meaning they overtook Derby, whose record of 11 points from 07-08. They're no longer going to be the worst team in Premier League history. So on to game week 29. So continuing with Wolves, guess what? They got back-to-back wins. They beat Liverpool 2-0. That's Andre got a great goal, and it was the first time ever a team in the relegation zone had beaten the reigning Premier League champions.
What? And this is the thing about football. It's so unpredictable,
Crazy. Another big win was for Chelsea, who, they lost to Arsenal in the previous game. They went to Aston Villa, who are their rivals for a Champions League place, smashed them 4-1. João Pedro got a hat-trick and an assist. So that left them only 3 points behind Villa in the race for Champions League football. Newcastle 2, Manchester United 1. Even worse, once again, Newcastle went down to 10 men just before half-time. So they played a whole half of 10 men, and they still managed to beat Man United 2-1. That was Michael Carrick's first defeat as Man United head coach. William Masula, who got the winner, he came on as a substitute, and he got the winner in the 90th minute, and he became the first substitute to score a 90th minute winner against Man United in Premier League history.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Random records.
Random records being made, right? And finally, Man City 2, Nottingham Forest 2.
Okay.
That's significant. Nottingham Forest are relegation candidates.
I can't keep up right now.
But they went to Man City, got a 2-2 draw, and that's problematic for Man City because that means Arsenal now have a 7-point win because they beat Brighton 1-0. So they have played a game more than Man City.
Yeah.
So if Man City win their game in hand, that could be a 4-point gap and they still have to play each other.
Okay.
But Arsenal have a little bit of breathing space now.
Damn. The conflict between the US and Iran is starting to affect the beautiful game.
It is, yeah. So games in the Middle East have been cancelled. There was a game in the Saudi Pro League between Al Khaloud and Al Qadisiyah. Al Qadisiyah weren't able to arrange travel because of security concerns. So that match was postponed and rescheduled from Thursday to Saturday. Matches in the Asian Champions League, they're also going to have to be rescheduled. So matches that were scheduled for the UAE, United Arab Emirates, and Qatar, obviously they're being affected really badly with missile strikes and whatnot. So, yeah, and longer term, there's also serious question marks about Iran's participation in the World Cup in the summer. So, you know, we hope for de-escalation soon, but, you know, it's not looking good at the moment. Speaking of the World Cup, there are going to be some new rules at the World Cup.
Yes, I've seen them.
Right?
Some of them didn't make sense though.
Yeah, okay. So I'll explain the first one.
Okay.
A player who is substituted
only has a certain amount of time to get onto the pitch.
to leave the pitch.
To leave the pitch, that's it.
A person being substituted has 10 seconds to leave the pitch. Otherwise, the incoming player
Has to wait for a minute.
has to wait for 1 minute. Right? So this is to encourage...
Things to move swiftly, but
Exactly.
10 seconds is nothing.
It's nothing, but, you know, the ref wants people off the pitch.
Honestly, fair enough.
So I'm not mad at that one.
Yeah.
Okay, second one. If a player asks for medical assistance, he must leave the pitch for 1 minute.
Okay.
If so that makes sense.
Yeah,
because,
of course. If you need assistance, have the time to,
Yeah.
to have the assistance, right?
Yeah. Third one. If a referee thinks that players are wasting time at throw-ins or goal kicks, he'll give them a 5-second warning before either awarding a throw-in or a corner to the opposition.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I think honestly that's fair. That spices things up a bit as well.
Again, too much time wasted in football. We want to stamp it out.
Yeah.
And finally, this week, Adama Traore. Wham.
Very
Well, he's been banned from lifting weights by his manager, Nuno Espirito Santo. Now, Adama's built more like a heavyweight boxer than a footballer, right? He's a tank. And he's always not just been one of the strongest, but one of the quickest as well.
Right?
Now, he's on loan from Fulham, I believe it is.
Yeah.
And Fulham fans think he lost a yard of pace and they think it's because of his weight.
Okay.
And maybe Nuno thinks the same because, you know, he's banned him.
Listen, as someone who just today hit 160 kg block pull, throwing it out there, I feel bad for the guy. I know you're here. But, like, I understand. But it's not... Oh, I think they should let the guy go gym, man. I feel like let the guy lift his weights.
This is a gym rat, so she's showing gym solidarity with Adama.
Listen, if it's making my guy happy, his performance isn't seriously lacking. Like, he's always been big. He's not like he just got big. You know, he's always been big. Like, let that man hit his weights, man.
He's just gonna have to be like, what's that meme where the guy's just outside the window looking down at his friends?
If it's a SpongeBob.
That's gonna be Adama in the gym. Right, the League Cup, also known as the Carabao Cup, because Carabao are the title sponsor of the competition, but in the past it's been known as the Littlewoods Cup, the Coca-Cola Cup. So the League Cup is, you know, how it's broadly known.
Okay.
Now, it's the Football League's showpiece competition. It's the second main domestic cup after the FA Cup. So in terms of importance, teams you'll have the Premier League first,
then the FA,
then the FA
and
Cup,
then the League
and
Cup.
then the League Cup,
I'm
right?
with you.
So it began in the 1960-61 season, and it starts every August with all teams from the EFL entered across 7 rounds. So the semi-finals are 2-legged, and then the finals played at Wembley, right?
Okay.
And the winner earns a place in the following season's Europa League. So it's a big deal because you can get European football.
Okay.
So maybe not so for the bigger clubs because they want Champions League football.
Okay.
But if you're a smaller club, you know, and you can get Europa League football, that could be a big deal.
I'm sorry, what's the Europa League? Is that another episode?
Europa League, we'll teach her about that next week. So you have the Champions League, which is like the Premier League in Europe, and then Europa League is like the Championship. So it's like the second tier in Europe, right? So Liverpool have won the League Cup the most times with 9 successes.
So Premier League teams play in the League Cup?
Yes, so they come in the 3rd round, I believe it is.
Okay.
So they don't play all the rounds, but...
Okay.
They come in at a later stage. Newcastle, they won it last year. It was their first trophy in 70 years. So even though it's seen as the lesser of cup competitions, like I say, it's a big deal if if you're not one of the big dogs, then you win it.
And the EFL is who?
The English Football League.
Oh, so that's the lower team. So people who get relegated at the Premier League are in the EFL.
Yeah, so the EFL covers
Everyone else.
the 3 leagues below the Premier League.
Okay.
Yeah. So this year's League Cup final between Arsenal and Manchester City. So
How did I know who the final was against already?
because all the rounds have been played.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So the semi-finals have been played. Arsenal, Man City, obviously it's a big match because they're the 2 teams going for the Premier League title.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Arsenal are not used to winning trophies. They've only won one under Mikel Arteta in his, 6 or 7 years in charge. Man City, they are used to winning it. And in fact, the first trophy that Pep won in England was the League Cup. And who was his assistant? Mikel Arteta, who's his rival now.
No way.
So that was in 2017. So, nice little storyline there.
Thank you. All right, important business now. It's time for this quiz. Last week, I wasn't on form. I only got one right. I got to redeem myself this week.
She does indeed. All right, let's get into it. Question 1. Mm-hmm. Who is the Premier League's all-time record holder for appearances? Is it A, Frank Lampard, or B, James Milner?
James Milner.
Ooh, she's off to a firing
And I've never even heard of him.
Yep, he's 654 appearances and counting.
Still here.
He's still going.
Come
Yeah.
again.
He just broke it just last week.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah. Okay, now question 2.
All right.
Which manager has led his team out for the most matches in Premier League history with 828? Is it A, David Moyes, or B, Arsene Wenger?
Arsene Wenger.
Woo, 2 out of 2. All right. Let's see if she can get them all this week. Question 3.
Yes.
Which goalkeeper has the most clean sheets in Premier League history? Is it A, Petr Cech, or B, Peter Schmeichel?
Schmeichel?
No.
I never even heard of the other one.
Petr Cech, Chelsea, later Arsenal, 202 clean sheets. Yeah, he was a top goalkeeper.
Thanks, Petr Cech.
All right, we got a bonus for
We got a bonus! Come on!
All right. Which player has the Premier League record for scoring in the most consecutive matches?
Okay.
Is it A, Jamie Vardy, or is it B, Thierry Henry?
Thierry Henry.
Nope. It's Jamie Vardy. He scored in 11 consecutive matches in 2015 as Leicester went on to win the title later that season.
And last week, I swear that Jamie Vardy let me down as well, innit? Stop mentioning him. Couple v the league. I'm literally 1 point behind him, 21-22. But everything could change with the next results. So, okay. So we got Wolves v Aston Villa. Mm-hmm.
All right. Wolves v Aston Villa was Wolves 2, Villa 0.
No. Bournemouth v Sunderland.
Bournemouth 1, Sunderland 1. Are you level now?
I'm level, baby. Burnley v Brentford.
No one got this. Burnley 3, Brentford 4.
Yeah, no one got that. Liverpool v West Ham.
Liverpool 5, West Ham 2.
Nobody got that, boy. Newcastle v Everton.
A little surprise here. Newcastle 2, Everton 3.
Shut your mouth.
What?
Shut your mouth. Ah! Back in the lead I go. Back in the lead I go. What a good day. Leeds v Man City.
Leeds 0, Man City 1.
No. Brighton v Nottingham Forest.
Brighton 2, Nottingham Forest 1.
No. Fulham v Tottenham.
Fulham 2, Tottenham 1.
Nope.
What?
Man United.
So I didn't get that.
You can look, baby.
Okay, I didn't get it.
You didn't get my fault. Man United v Crystal Palace.
Man United 2, Crystal Palace 1.
No. And then Arsenal v Chelsea.
Arsenal 2, Chelsea 1.
Boop, boop, look who's the baddest man. Look at it. Look. Now I'm in the lead by 2. So as we go
Alright, we've got the next
into game week 29, let me just do the quick maths for you guys. I am on 24 and Carl is still sitting on 22. So I'm only thinking
22, yes.
and a 1, 2, 3. Yes, that's correct. And 22. Damn. Told you it could all change.
I just want to keep your interest until the end of the season, isn't it?
Of course, but don't forget, at the end of the season, I get a pair of minimum waddies. Bournemouth v Brentford.
Bournemouth 0, Brentford 0.
You're lying. You know, it's the white. No, I want the black pair. I prefer the black pair so I can wear them more often. Everton v Burnley, babes.
Everton 2, Burnley 0.
You're actually lying. Baby, you telling the truth? Anyways, we might as well buy them shoes now. We actually might as well go Selfridges after we tape. Leeds v Sunderland.
Leeds 0, Sunderland 1.
Leeds 0, Sunderland 1. Okay, no. Wolves v Liverpool.
Wolves 2, Liverpool 1.
No. Aston Villa v Chelsea.
Aston Villa 1, Chelsea 4.
No. Brighton v Arsenal.
Brighton 0, Arsenal 1.
Well done, babes. Finally. Let's get you on the scoreboard, shall we? Fulham v West Ham.
Fulham 0, West Ham 1.
No. Man City v Nottingham Forest.
Man City 2, Nottingham Forest 2.
Oh, no. And Newcastle v Man United.
Newcastle 2, Man United 1.
No. And then finally, Tottenham v Crystal Palace.
Tottenham 1, Crystal Palace 3.
No. So as we go into game week 28, I am chilling with 26 points. And so let me just get this in. And Carl is on 23 points. What a fabulous... The guy's still hating it. He's a bit of a hater, but it's all right. But today's been an amazing episode, so thank you for tuning in as always.
It's all right. It's FA Cup weekend, so I've got a week to regroup and think about these predictions. But anyway, we will see you next week. If you want to hit us up in the meantime, you can find us on the socials, on TikTok, on YouTube, on Insta, and on Twitter, /X. And you could also hit us up at mehimandfootball@gmail.com.
Until next week.
Peace out.